Hey guys, Mr. H. Hey, I'm going to do another problem using the quadratic formula where they ask us to simplify the radical. Now, this one, please pay attention because there's something that you're going to have to do when you graph it in order to get the simplified form. So basically, they've given us the quadratic equation 3x squared minus 10x plus 5 equals 0. And I've already copied it over here on my graphical organizer. Now, the A, B, and C, 3. A is 3, B is a negative 10, and C is a positive 5. You're going to just plug those numbers in. Those 2 for B, these 2 for A, and 5 here. Now, once you've done that, boom, that's the part that you need. You've done that. Now we're going to use the calculator, but there's one thing we're going to do a little differently. All right, so let me get rid of this. And I'm going to graph. Now, the only thing is if the leading coefficient is not 1, then we're going to have to divide it by the leading coefficient. Let me show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to go control fraction, and I'm going to put in the quadratic up top, 3x squared minus 10x plus 5. And then now, because I need this leading coefficient to be 1, I'm going to divide the whole equation or the whole expression by 3. Now, just like we did in the previous video, we need to find the minimum. So I'm going to go menu 62. I'm going to start on the left, and I'm going to pull it to the right. Now, so here is my answer. So I'm going to write this down on my iPad. It's 1.666. So it's just repeating sixes. That's the X part. And the Y part is a negative 1.111. And those are repeating. So now all I'm going to do is once I convert these to fractions, that's going to be what I need to enter for my solution. So let me show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to go, now I need go to home screen. I'm going to convert these to fractions. So the very first one was 1.6. Now look, I'm just going to put a bunch of sixes. I don't know how many that's good. And then I'm going to go menu 22. Bam. And so the first part is going to be 5 over 3. All right. Now I'm going to find the square root part. So remember, the calculator had a negative 1.11111. All right. So now remember, we always take the positive of the y value. So this is going to be 0.1. And now I'm going to put a bunch of ones just like I did up above. Then I'm going to do menu 22. And so that's 10 over 9. So let me show you what our answer is. So I'm going to go back to my iPad now. And I'm actually going to get rid of the rest of this. So for now, full screen. All right. So now all you're doing is this is the X part. The X coordinate is the X part. The Y coordinate is, once you take the positive and convert it to a fraction, you take the square root of that, and that's the second part. So now what you should see is 5 over 3 plus or minus. Square root of 10 cannot be simplified, but the square root of 9 is nothing more than 3. So this is our answer. Now you can write it with the common denominator. You could do it this way as well, right? But I would suggest you just split it like this. So now I can go ahead and enter this. Let's go split. And let's go to the question. And I'm going to do divide, and then I'm going to do 5 over 3. And then I'm going to do plus or minus. And on top is going to be square root of 10. And on the bottom, the square root of 9 is a positive 3. So there we go. And that's the answer. So now, remember, the only thing that you need to do to show you know how to do this algebraically is this part. This part here, if you write your answers, you're in good shape. You don't have to do anything else. They want to see that you know how to use the quadratic formula, and we're going to graph it from there and find the minimum. And then if it's decimals, we're going to convert those to fractions, and that'll help us kind of come up with our answers. But that's what we're doing, okay? Now, we just need to practice this, because once you do it a few times, you'll see it. All right, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to post this.